Hi guys, I'm back. Happy New Year. I hope you all are doing wonderful. I certainly am. I know I've been missing in action, but I had my cousin come into town and I just wanted it to be family time. You know, us just doing family stuff and just being together and enjoying the moment. I like to be present. I don't like to be distracted and, you know, worrying about doing other stuff. So anyways, I'm here now. I'm doing crab legs and some potatoes here, as you see. There it is. Nice little thumbnail. Of course, I have my little spicy sauce, my little butter, and I've got some cranberry juice here as well. Anyway, how have y'all been? How was your holiday? My holiday was pretty good. I spent Christmas by myself, but you know, it was cool. I just slept. I caught up on sleep. You know, you don't realize how tired you are until, you know, you actually like sleep. And you like just sleep for days sometimes. So that's what I did. I just slept. And I ain't worried about too much. So, you know, it is what it is. But anywho. I am coming up on my second to last semester of school. And then I'll be graduating. So I am looking forward to 2021, honey. Yes. I think we all were just ready to get the heck up out of Dodge, child, which was 2020. So, you know, onward and upward. I'm gonna do a recap. Show you guys some of my favorite things from 2020. But other than that, child, I ain't looking back. I don't know about y'all, but I'm at that piece. I'm out of it. And that is it. Do y'all do New Year's resolutions? Cause I'm like, you know, people always say, I'm gonna do New Year's resolution. I say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Child. It's like sometimes, like, what's the point? Cause sometimes in the middle of the year, you decide you're gonna do something different or make a change or, you know, discover something about yourself you need to change and you do it. So I don't know. I don't really be into that New Year's resolution business personally. So, but if you do you, boo. Hey, man. I tell you what I am looking forward to. Getting this virus under control, hopefully, and traveling. Cause baby, I tell you, my passport been in there sick. Do you hear me? My passport has been in this little spot where I keep it, and it has been in there crying. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear something whimpering, and I get up and get my pistol. I'm like, what's going on? What is it? And it's my passport. Boo-hooing, crying, suffering, going through it. When are we going on a trip? Mom? Huh? When are we getting out of here? And I'm just like, I don't know, baby. I don't know. So I had to make a few adjustments. The couple trips I have been on this year, you know, domestic trips I've been on, I've used my passport instead of my license when checking, you know, going through TSA and stuff. And now that I have global entry, I have to use my passport. So I was like, you know, here go a little something for you, boo. But it's all mama got. We can't get no stamps. But we'll see. We don't want to rush nothing. Now back this about this vaccine. Are y'all planning on getting it? Leave comments in the comment section. Of course, after you hit that subscribe button, if you're not subscribed. And let me know if you're gonna get that vaccine. I for sure am thinking about getting it because I don't want to be stuck in the country. And nothing wrong with the United States. Now, don't get me wrong, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I like to travel and go. And if the vaccine is going to keep me from being able to travel, I'm going to get it. I'm also diabetic, and I want to keep my body healthy. And protect myself against any, you know, hurt, harm, and danger. Now, I've also never gotten a flu shot. So, ooh, I don't know. You know, I keep thinking about that story. I don't know if y'all remember that story with a girl. It was a girl. She was a cheerleader for an NFL team. She got the flu shot for the first time in her life. I think it was the first time in her life. And she was all of a sudden she couldn't talk. She started talking funny, couldn't walk straight. But as long as she was running or walking backwards, she could talk fine. And it was so weird. It was on, I remember it was on like one of the talk shows in the morning. And I remember that segment. That been implanted in my memory for forever. And she was normal. She was engaged to be married and everything. And her fiance and stuff had to, you know, she became handicapped because of that vaccine. And I don't know, anti-vaxxer. I believe in vaccines and all that. But you know, when it's something new, yeah, especially being African American, and thinking about about the Tuskegee people and all that stuff. And yeah, with something being brand new, you know, just like, you know, we want to make sure this ain't something that's gonna have us growing new parts and, you know, urge to eat folks and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely am thinking about getting it. I've already had a couple of friends and so they have gotten it, and so far they're fine. So they work in the healthcare field though, so they kind of needed to get it because they're on the front line. So I don't know. We'll see. God is in control. And that's the only thing I can think about. Is he's in control. If we get it and just have to let him take all the worry, because it ain't our job to be out here stressing out about it. So my doctor offered to me. Here it is. What part you want, baby? But anyway. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I have learned some things about myself, and I have to admit, I was not I knew this about myself, but at the same time, I was really faced with it. And I learned this in the last few days. Is that I don't like emotion. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I don't like emotion. Like, I get teary-eyed real easily, but I hate it. I hate doing that. But if I had to go inside myself and like, I ain't with none of that. Go ahead now. Please, I don't want to talk about it. It's so draining. Like crying to me is just so draining. And if I have to do that, I just don't want to. I'd rather do anything else, but I talk about crying and being emotional. Like, not like loving and, showing emotion that way. I'm fine with it. But I have learned and was told that I'm extremely nonchalant. So people think that I am just this person with no emotions. I was like, dang. No wonder people think that I'm just, they can be however with me or say whatever. So that was a realization I had, I made this weekend, or this week. And I was like, wow. Have y'all ever, been faced with something like that and you just like you kind of knew that about yourself, but when somebody else said it, it was just like, oh, okay. Wow. Like somebody really had to tell you. About yourself, not like telling you off, but just like an observation. So I was like, wow. Something I gotta work on. So that's one thing I gotta work on in 2021. I tell you, I need a massage, honey. We have walked the city of Tampa, I feel like 5 times over. Cause I wanted to show my cousin all around the city and all that. And we have walked and walked and walked and walked and walked, honey. I am tired, child. So I am just worn out. I took her back to the airport this morning, and then I came back to the house. I got back to the house about 10, maybe. If it was 10 this morning. Child, I got back in the bed And I did not wake up till 3:30. But I had only gotten 4 hours of sleep because we had went out last night. And it was almost 4 o'clock before we went to bed. But you need those type of nights. No matter how old you get, you need those nights. I feel, you know, where you stay out till like really late. You don't need them often, but just good time and not think about the time. Just have a good night with your friends or your family or whoever. But you don't have to be on a schedule or worrying about nothing. And that's what we did. We went out on the beach. I took them to a resort and we just, good times. And that's the one good thing about when you live where people vacation. You have access to all the resorts. You just go and do whatever anytime you want to. Let me ask y'all something. Now, I encountered this, and I do admit that I was wrong for my reaction. Y'all know I have always got a story with a man child. So my cousin told me I was wrong for being mean. But I was polite up until the point where I had to be mean, in my opinion. Well, so this, we were out dancing and having a good time and stuff. And this older guy came up, and I mean older, 60s, possibly even 70s. And he came up and he was like, he came to me and he said, my friend is over there and he's real shy. Well, he wants to know if you all will come dance with him. So I said, oh, okay. So I told my cousins and stuff. I said, well, yeah, let's go, you know. It's the new year. Let's just appease the man because he's older. Nothing wrong with just, you know, giving the old guy a good time. We outside anyway. We on the beach. Everybody being this, you know, keeping their 6 feet distance or whatever. We all got our masks on. We're just doing our thing. So I go up and say, you know, heard you want to dance and all that. And he said, yeah, with you, not them. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I misheard. So he act like he don't want to get up. And I'm like, well, he must think he a pimp or something. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I don't say none of this out loud, you know. I'm just saying, you know. And so anyway, he finally gets up and then we start dancing, you know, not touching or nothing. And then he asked me my name. I tell him my name. He asked me where I live. I, you know, have to tell him no. You know, can't tell you that. And I was polite to him. And then he said, when I was finished dancing, he asked me did I want to take his number? And I said no. But if I happened to see him in town, I would remember him. And I would say hello. And so he said, okay. So then he said, well, can I have your number? And I said no. And I repeated again that if I saw him in town, I would say hello. And so he said it like 3 or 4 times. And then he again asked me what my name was. And I'm thinking, okay, either he got memory issues or he on one. So I said what my name was again. And then he again asked me for my number. And I said, okay, I don't want to give you my number and I don't want yours. And then he said, well, I'm trying to get with you. And I was like, I don't want to get with you. I'm not interested. I said, it's not that I don't want to be with anybody. I'm not interested in you. I said, I just came over to dance with you because your friend said, you wanted to dance, and that's all it was going to be. And then I started walking away. And then apparently he was saying something, but I didn't hear him because the music was loud. And my cousins were saying that he was saying something about me being beautiful or something, or I don't know. And they were saying that I walked off real matter-of-factly and I had my drink and I wasn't trying to hear anything. They were even trying to get me to come back, but I just ignored them and kept walking. But I explained to them, I had already told him no 3 or 4 times, and he was insisting. And in my mind, I've said before it became a confrontation or anything like that, I wanted to just walk away because he wasn't getting that. And I didn't want to become disrespectful because I know my mouth can get reckless. And they were telling me, you got to be kind and you got to be this and got to be that. And I get that. And I probably could have been a little bit nicer towards the end. But to me, he just wasn't understanding. So what would you guys have done if it had been me and if it was a woman doing all that? And ladies, if it was you in my situation with a man? Put it in the comment section. What would you have done? Because, I for sure don't want to be out here with the black lady, the angry black lady stereotype. And I don't want that on me. And I don't want to be that person. So I definitely want to be better, But I was telling them that's not my personality. Because I feel like once I've said something, I've said it, and it is what it is. And now I'm done talking about it. But, they were just trying to get me to understand. That it had already taken him so much to get his friend to come over there and ask me to dance, and then to get the courage up to actually dance with me and then talk to me and tell me all these things he thought about me and all this. And then for me to just walk off and just leave him still talking to me, and I just walked off real mean, and I was like, well, I didn't know he was still talking to me. I didn't hear him. So I do accept that part. I didn't mean to do that. But, so What would you guys have done? Because, you know, it is nothing wrong. I appreciate when people tell me, you know, well, you know, when I'm out of place or give me constructive criticism. Because I feel like all of us all have room for improvement. And I know when it's coming from, like, family and, you know, good friends and stuff, it's always coming from a good place. So when they told me that, you know, I was definitely accepting of it and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like, okay, I get it. I accept that. Ooh, child, eating these potatoes, I'm getting full, y'all. So in this same night, we sitting there before all of that happened. We were sitting there eating and having our drinks and stuff. And I don't know, this guy came up and threw a drink in the security guard face. Why, Lord? I don't know. No clue why. But he did it. And before he could even say anything, throw a punch, take a breath, that security guard who wasn't but this tall had him hemmed up. Do you hear me? And I mean, they had him all the way together. And then that was that. He couldn't do nothing. They had him on that ground so fast. And it was so funny, the DJ, I'm not the DJ, but it was a band playing on the stage. And they stopped playing the music. They was getting ready to play a good song too. I can't remember what it was, but it was a good song. Oh, This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. And child, we was getting there, getting lit. And he stopped the song. He talking about something, not in my house. He talking about, that's how MF get rolled or something. And we was so tickled. But I'm telling you, and that man was a big dude. Another security guard tore him up. And then his wife, the attacker's wife, she come with a video camera. Well, not a video camera, but her phone videoing the incident. Because I guess they was, I don't know what they was doing. I couldn't really see. I just know they had him down on the ground, like in a choke slam or something like that. Trying to let him know that if we let you up, if you get up with any foolishness, you going down again. And it was like 6 or 7 people on him. And she hollering and screaming, telling me, you're gonna kill him, you're gonna kill him. So at that point, other people started recording. But I was like, I could see now how, I've always been able to see, but just seeing it in person, you could see how, like, those police situations with people, you know, people being on your neck and all that stuff, how that stuff just, whew, that, man, that in a second, that could go wrong. But they had him together in their handcuffs. It seemed like maybe in seconds. He went down on the ground. Boom, 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 boom. They got him up off the ground. And he was in handcuffs when they brought him up. But I don't understand people. How would you throw something in anybody's face, especially security, and think ain't nothing gonna happen to you? You think you just gonna go home? Especially if you are drinking and stuff. If you don't know your limitations, child, whoever you with, first of all, I feel like they should help you stop drinking or something. I don't know. It just need to be, somebody need to be able to say something and help you. Be like, all right, that's your third one. We know your fourth one, you will get turned. So that's enough for you tonight. Drink water for the rest of the night. Or eat some chicken or have a burger or something. But you get to the point where you start wanting to hit people and get violent. Like, what was your friends at? What was your wife at? Now, you want to record it. You X, Y, and Z. What was you at when he was drinking past losing control? That'd be the stuff I want to know about people. Because it's just, you know, before the situation get out of control, you could have also been there to keep the situation from escalating. Because you was quick to pop up with a camera with your phone and stuff, but you weren't quick to, you know. So if you married to somebody, that means you know their habits. You know what they will and won't do. Pretty much. Hopefully you do. If you don't, Jesus, maybe you should have married that person. But I don't know. That's just my viewpoint. Not in every situation, but in situations like when it comes to drinking, like, I feel like a lot of that stuff is preventable. Cause I know if I go with some of my friends, and now, you know, we have some friends that like to get turned. We know their limitations. No more. That's it. I mean, we have to chase them around the club or wherever. We're just gonna have to do that. We just go into babysitter mode. You're not gonna do this. We're not gonna let you make a fool out yourself or whatever. We're not gonna let you leave with nobody. We're not gonna let nobody take advantage of you because we are your friends and we love you. And I feel like in the same instances with, you know, this particular situation, if you love a person, why would you let them get out of control like that? It'd been one thing if the person had came over there and started some mess. But the security guard literally was just standing there minding his own business, doing his job. Wasn't talking to nobody, wasn't bothering nobody. The man just walked up to him and still drinking his fast. Like, what in the world? Wasn't no argument started or nothing, just boom. So, But anyway, y'all, that's been a week. But y'all sit tight for a small recap. My favorite moments of the year. And I will catch y'all on the next episode. Remember, I love you. You are loved. Whatever you're doing, be good or be good at it. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.